No! You gave me Canadian bacon instead of bacon? This misdeed cannot go unpunished.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the craziest Family Guy theories that make us see the show in a new light.
Hi, are you a straight adult male who likes to eat crepes without people making unwanted assumptions about your private life? Go to discreetcrepe.com.
Number 30. Steve Smith is the Griffins' long-lost son. Being on a separate show somehow doesn't make this any less plausible. A theory from a now-deleted Reddit account posited a seemingly insane idea, that Steve Smith of American Dad is actually one of the Griffin family's long-lost children.
Your looks open the door, but your personality takes the door off its hinges.
You may think it sounds crazy, but when thinking about the family units in the McFarlane universe, pretty much all of the kids look like their parents in some way, except for Steve. He shares more traits with the Quahog residents, most notably Peter's hair and chin and Lois's nose.
Whoa. Lois, this is not my Batman glass.
Peter, are you listening?
To make things even crazier, the two series do seem to exist in the same universe, making it even more likely that Steve was either given up by the Griffins or taken by the Smiths.
Oh, man. Classic American Dad.
Number 29. Stewie is an adult playing a baby. Cartoon logic makes it easy to explain the adult thing Stewie does as mere comedy. According to u/Jacob Wallace 8721, there is a much more logical explanation. According to him, the youngest Griffin isn't a baby, but an adult playing one. He even claims that Stewie is the oldest.
Make sure Tom Tucker knows he has 20 minutes and he is to only talk about the book. No personal questions. All right? Are you okay? You good? You need anything? All right. All right, we're inside and there is nobody here to greet us. We have no idea where we are or where we're supposed to go.
The proof primarily comes from inside Family Guy, where we learn that the family is playing fictionalized versions of themselves. The pieces then start to come together.
You want to talk about the show? I'll talk about the show. The show sucks. The only reason I stay here is to maintain my profile for my startup business, discreetcrepe.com.
Stewie's voice is more developed than Chris's or Meg's. Lois and Peter are old enough to have an adult son. The theory even speculates that the Griffins came up with the ruse early on, thinking it would be funnier if he played a baby rather than a short-grown adult.
Oh, I know. Stewie's gonna fire up his time machine and undo this.
Stewie enters.
Brian, bad news. My time machine got a virus that causes Dad to die again if it's ever used.
Number 28. Brian's substance use is reflected in his de-evolution. The fact that this is based in reality makes it all the more likely. Even as an adult, taking certain illicit substances can negatively impact your cognitive function, from decision-making to regulation. While several adults on Family Guy have partaken before, none displays the signs of clear degradation more than Brian.
And that's bad dog stuff. That's not good dog stuff. Wait, what?
Reddit's u/Grandmaster Sexay suggests that the dog's continued drug and alcohol usage may be the reason for the changes to his personality and intelligence. With dog brains being vastly smaller than human ones, it could explain why his moments on psychedelics and amphetamines have been so intense and had such a lasting effect. His being so smart in the beginning compared to now shows how damaging Brian's experiences have been.
I really am in no condition to drive home.
Number 27. Mayor West was only pretending to be insane. The citizens of Quahog are treated to several wacky antics carried out by Quahog's mayor. For years, all of these instances were assumed to be insanity. A season 13 episode shows that may not be the case. While in a therapy session, his doctor, Cleveland, reveals what he thinks, that Mayor West is aware of everything he does and only pretends to be crazy.
You are 100% aware of what you're doing. I think you're a dangerous sociopath.
Cleveland, let me tell you something. You're absolutely right.
West confirms it, and then later confesses to slaying multiple people.
I have ducks on my feet. Old crazy harmless mayor. Quack, quack.
This wouldn't have even been the first time he's been corrupt. A couple of netizens have noted his corrupt behavior, such as banning gay marriage to cover a scandal. Could they be right? Or was the mayor simply crazy and having delusions? We may never learn the truth.
Come on, Mittens. Come on, Paul. What a ridiculous name for a cat. Paul! That's a person's name.
Number 26. The show is a simulation run by the agents from American Dad. Remember what we said about these two universes being connected? Stay with us because it's about to get even crazier. One of our own subscribers posited a truly mind-blowing theory that the show and the antics that occur on it are due to a simulation run by the government in American Dad.
That's our alien Roger. He lives in our attic, but nobody can know. And don't tell anybody about our attic.
According to @JonathanBarr9764, when Stan shoots Peter during the cold open of Big Fat, he then kidnaps him and places him in one of the vats from Vacation Goo that can perfectly replicate the real world.
Strip you down, put you in the goo, and program the greatest family vacation ever.
So, that time in Mexico when you and I went hang gliding and you told me you love me?
Neither of those things ever happened.
He then explained that they keep him there for observation while investigating a claim that he slaughtered his family. To keep him from catching on, they put in plenty of distractions in the form of wacky misadventures.
The question isn't how I do it. It's how I forgive myself for what I've done.
Number 25, Family Guy is in a multiverse. Thanks to the first episode of the 8th season, we already know it's confirmed that other universes exist within the show.
Each of these alternate universes, the reality is different than our own. Sometimes only slightly, sometimes quite radically. The point is, every possible eventuality exists.
But what if the sitcom itself was a multiverse? It makes sense when you consider the inconsistencies in the plot, particularly when it comes to how Peter makes money, his heritage, or how he and Lois met.
My name is Towel. I have a Peter for you. My name is Peter, and I'll be your nipples. Towel boy. Oh, jeez.
It changes so often that it almost makes more sense that each episode is merely a microcosm of a specific world, and that the viewer gets sent to the next one once the credits roll. Reddit user u/phasepoopy takes it a step further by suggesting that these universes are all connected through a Peter Griffin hive mind, which is why his lore in particular is disjointed.
Dad, I don't want to do this!
You have to! Next week we're buying a zebra!
Dad!
There's no time to argue! We got 150 seconds before the police respond to the silent alarm!
Number 24. The characters changed because of collective trauma. This, being accurate, could permanently paint the show in a much darker light. According to a very in-depth theory crafted by the aptly named u/darkrabbit713, the reason the whole neighborhood changes so severely around the midpoint of the series is that they have all been deeply affected by events in their lives.
Goodbye, fellas.
Whether it's Joe's injuries, Quagmire's family woes, or several citizens of their town perishing, the residents of Spooner Street have been through a lot.
What happened?
Oh, Glenn! Oh, thank God you're all right!
Hey, you touching my girl? Relax, Jeff. That's her brother. Yeah, that's how it starts.
This would explain why they constantly lash out at one another, have dark ideations, or are glib about their issues. It's been found that trauma alters the brain and various personality traits, which unfortunately tracks when looking at where some of the characters are now.
Lois, I'm good. I don't want to get hooked on those things.
Who wants to go for a ride in the car?
Number 23. Susie Swanson is controlled by Avery Bullock. Have you ever wondered why Joe and Bonnie's baby has the inner voice of the Langley Falls CIA director?
A human centipede. How ghastly.
Some might say it's just for comedic effect, but u/T-Cromps has another idea. They pointed out that in American Dad, the agents have access to technology that allows them to put themselves into a fictional avatar. In that episode, we see Bullock put himself into the position of a baby about to eat. That makes it likely that he would do the same just to get a chance to get close to Bonnie.
Another feeding? My, you have quite the appetite.
This would also explain why she was able to beat up Stewie, because she was being controlled by a grown man the whole time.
All right, let's try that one again.
Number 22. Seth MacFarlane has feelings for Alex Borstein. Simply a coincidence or proof of someone playing the long game? Redditor u/TheZerocrat opts for the latter, with their theory that the relationships on the show are the result of Seth MacFarlane's 20-plus year crush on his co-star Alex Borstein.
If you're willing to forget all about this, I'm more than happy to continue hiding my true feelings.
I do miss us hanging out together. Sorry I kind of went a little crazy.
Ah, that's all right. And I'm sorry I will always love your wife. Which I don't.
Thank you, Glenn.
Besides the fact that Peter and Lois are married, there are multiple moments where Brian or Quagmire confess their lust and deeper emotions for her.
I want Lois. She's perfect. I've loved her for years.
Considering how close the former sounds to Seth's actual voice, it makes those moments seem all the more real and intentional.
What are you doing?
I can't help myself, Lois. I know you're married to Peter, but I love you and I can't stand it anymore.
Number 21. Stewie's modeling career pays for Peter's shenanigans. From the very beginning of the series, the Griffin family patriarch has managed to bankroll some truly crazy things, such as a collection of odd vehicles and random additions to the exterior and interior of his home. How does he pull this off without bankrupting his family?
I could be in that New York-style magazine kiosk.
Peter, this all looks very expensive.
Yes, you might say it was shockingly expensive.
One Reddit user suggests that he uses the funds made by Stewie when he modeled for Calvin Klein back in Season 2. It had been a huge spot, meaning a large paycheck and royalties to go with it.
I'm going to sex you up so crazy. Yeah, oh, you're loving this, aren't you?
With Stewie being a minor, the funds would most likely go to his parents, giving Peter free reign over them. If that's the case, we hope Lois has some set aside for when Stewie eventually grows up.
Sorry I put you in a dress, Stewie. We needed a damsel.
Hey, do I look upset? What do we got today?
Looks like a Donkey Kong house.
What a mess.
Number 20. The Griffins are in hell or purgatory. Could the Griffins actually be dead and are paying the price for the things they did when they were alive?
Stewie, you got my text.
Yeah, didn't so much get them as was panic startled awake by them.
There are a lot of juxtapositions within the main characters on the show, with a baby who is a mad scientist, a pretentious scholar stuck in a dog's body, and an heiress turned housewife. It seems as though they're being tortured by not being able to be their true selves, or maybe they're being given a chance to redeem themselves from their past sins. In this case, maybe they're in purgatory, which is why Stewie has become a better person while Lois has become worse. Watching the show given this perspective definitely gives it an interesting twist.
Meg, listen to the lies. Nobody died. An aunt of your father's or mine is very ill.
Number 19. Stewie de-ages everyone. Stewie is an eternal infant, and he certainly is a remarkable one. Maybe he has the intellect of an adult because he really is one, using his advanced brain to de-age himself and his loved ones.
Stewie, I'm serious. Messing around with your DNA could have dire consequences. Haven't you ever seen the movie Splice?
He didn't want to see his best friend Brian grow old and die long before him. Stewie wanted to go back to a time when he and Brian could continue their crazy adventures. To recreate this time, he de-aged his family, except for Lois, since we know he doesn't care about her. He de-aged himself into an even younger baby in one of the episodes already. Clearly, he has the know-how for this. So, maybe this theory has some traction.
Doggy. Big doggy.
That's right. The big doggy.
Number 18. Stan Smith is related to Quagmire. In addition to Family Guy, Seth MacFarlane is a creator of American Dad. There have been a few crossovers with plots and characters on both shows throughout the years.
Looter!
Self-defense!
A black and a white talking as if it's normal.
Some viewers have speculated that American Dad's protagonist, Stan Smith, could be related to Peter Griffin's neighbor and best friend, Glenn Quagmire. There is a striking resemblance between the two, especially in the chin. While Stan has also been mistaken for Joe, his signature face shape is closer to Quagmire's. Plus, both share the same voice actor. Who knows? Maybe one of the shows will have a family reunion and our questions will be answered.
I'd drop the gun if I were you, Joe.
What? It's Stan.
Oh, sorry, you look sort of like someone from... Anyway, I'd drop the gun if I were you.
Number 17. Cleveland Jr. is Peter Griffin's biological son. Cleveland Jr. was not a significant character in the early days of Family Guy. The character has a much different look now than he did back then.
Good evening, Cleveland Jr.
Hello?
He became a prominent character on The Cleveland Show, and his look on the new show is reminiscent of a very familiar Family Guy character. With a rounder appearance complete with a sleeker hairstyle and round glasses, Cleveland Jr. looks a lot like one of Cleveland's best friends, Peter. Since Cleveland's ex-wife and Cleveland Jr.'s mother, Loretta, had an affair with Quagmire, it's not inconceivable that she did the same with Peter. Maybe Peter's imaginary sitcom My Black Son wasn't so far from reality after all.
It was dark. I don't know why he didn't just say it was him.
I couldn't hear you. I was listening to music. I went to turn it down, and the next thing I know, you shot me.
Number 16. Mr. Burns is Stewie grown up. This sitcom loves to poke fun at the parallels between them and The Simpsons.
Eat my shorts.
Eat my shorts. I love that. Is that a popular expression, like what the deuce?
Probably more popular.
Seeing both shows together really highlighted the similarities and differences between them. While it's clear that Homer is like Peter and Lois is like Marge, viewers have a theory about a correspondence between Stewie and Mr. Burns. They look and sound similar, and they both have a villainous streak, leading fans to believe that Mr. Burns is Stewie's alias, as well as his older self in the future. Why he needs an alias is something we would love to see explored on either of the shows. Seth MacFarlane and Matt Groening, do your worst.
Smithers, why don't we leave the room and hopefully when we return, the pile of money will be gone.
Number 15, none of the kids are Peter's. Should this be true, he would be a very different Family Guy than the series suggests. Multiple moments suggest that all 3 kids have a different father than Peter. In Meg's case, it's revealed by Brian that her dad is Stan Thompson.
Hell, if I was half the parent Brian is, I'd know that Chris's favorite ice cream is
Chocolate chip.
and Stewie's favorite bedtime story is
Goodnight Moon.
and Meg's real father's name is
Stan Thompson.
For Chris, Lois admits that they had taken him from a Dutch family, and then it cuts to a scene where they mention him.
I miss our stolen son in America. Do you think he remembers us?
Wooden shoe?
As for Stewie, all it takes is seeing Quest for Fur to see the similarities there.
Oh, look at that. See, now I'm really starting to get suspicious.
To make things even crazier, one deleted Reddit account even speculated that Chris was related to Dr. Hartman, citing similar physical traits between the two. While the proof isn't concrete, it could change everything we know about the Griffins. Number 14, there's a chemical in the water. There has been a plethora of character development throughout the show's 20-plus seasons, and it's made some viewers wonder how that happened. Back in Season 5, we're shown that Lake Quahog is extremely polluted.
This water feels kind of funny.
Yeah, and it smells bad.
Dad, look! Holy crap!
So does that mean the chemicals in the water could be causing some brain damage to the residents drinking it? Peter, Lois, and Chris have become darker as characters, while Stewie has lightened up, and maybe the contaminated water has caused these dramatic character changes. Furthermore, the theory suggests that the cutaways in the show are actually the result of some chemically induced hallucinations from the water. Maybe it's time the mayor tries to clean up the lake again.
So they can just dump their waste into the lake? This can't be legal.
What kind of world is this where you can't even trust the oil companies anymore?
Number 13, Peter Griffin's welfare fraud allowed him to buy Quahog. It seems like there isn't much that Peter Griffin can't get away with, and no matter how ridiculous his actions, we never really see him face any consequences for them. In the pilot episode, Peter ends up in jail for welfare fraud.
But Dad, I thought that a kind of a big raise that allow me to give my kids a big allowance just for keeping their big mouths shut.
Although Peter says he learned his lesson, he suggests this wouldn't be his last run-in with this type of situation. This theory states that Peter gained so much money from his welfare fraud, and possibly other types of fraud that we didn't see on the show, that he actually made enough to buy Quahog. This would explain why he can get away with anything on his home turf, including even killing people without any repercussions.
Lois, I know what I did was wrong, but I only did it for you and the kids. Except for the jukebox in the bathroom. That was a gift for Peter.
Number 12, Lois is leaving Peter. Lois and Peter don't exactly have a fairy tale romance, but there have been endearing moments of care and affection between the two throughout the series.
Oh my God, Peter, look at this. She actually wore this to an awards ceremony.
Huh? Oh, yeah, crazy.
However, in recent seasons, Lois seems to have become increasingly unhappy with her life and marriage, while Peter has grown indifferent towards her. Lois has vivid fantasies outside of her marriage, does things to spite her husband, and has become generally unhinged lately. Fans believe this may be a sign that she's on her way out. While this may seem like it would cause a crazy shift in the dynamic of the show, they did kill off Brian at one point, so the creators clearly are not afraid to shake things up drastically.
Oh, perfect. I have a dime and a penny. They're right here, in my hand, for you to take.
Number 11, Brian and Stewie's time travel has affected the show. Some of the best moments on the show are the time-traveling adventures of Brian and Stewie. We've also seen them do some serious damage to their universe when their time traveling goes awry. But is it possible they're doing more harm than we realize?
Well, if you could recall exactly when you buried it, I suppose I could help you out.
I remember the exact day, January 31st, 1999.
Very well, follow me, Brian.
Most viewers agree that the show's quality has declined over the years, and maybe that's because Stewie and Brian have gone back to try and make things better. We've seen that anytime they do that, the future actually ends up worse than it was before. This may also explain some inconsistencies in the show, and maybe it's all been the result of Brian and Stewie trying to alter the future of their show.
Oh, we made it.
Yeah, the Super Bowl was cool, but frankly, no Tommy Brady, no Stewie likey.
Number 10, Post-cancellation Family Guy is a different universe. There's no denying that Post-cancellation Family Guy feels a little different. The characters are meaner and flanderized beyond belief, the jokes are darker, and the storyline's more bizarre and outlandish.
Wait, before you kill me, can you at least give me an extra bullet so I can pretend to catch one of my teeth?
But maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe it takes place in a whole different universe. Thanks to Road to the Multiverse, it's clear that multiverses do exist in the world of Family Guy.
The point is, every possible eventuality exists.
And that's where you got the pig, in a parallel universe.
Prepare yourself, Brian, and I'll show you.
Maybe the family scene in Season 4 is just a wackier and meaner version of the family scene in Season 3. And maybe Brian and Stewie didn't go back in time and back to the pilot. They went to the original universe.
Wait, what are they doing?
I don't know, they're just standing there like zombies.
Do you think they're all right?
I'm not sure.
And then there was that time at the ice cream store.
They're doing it again, what the hell?
Number 9. Joe Swanson was the Tick. This theory from Reddit user Mr. D's444 states that Joe Swanson was, and maybe still is, the Tick.
Hello again. Your door is broken. The knob came off.
What are you doing here?
Off, man. This is incredible. It looks just like an apartment.
The Tick aired on Fox between 2001 and 2002 and starred Patrick Warburton, the same man who voices Joe. The Tick shares a lot in common with Joe, including a muscular frame, a big chin, a dramatic personality, and obviously the exact same voice.
Are you Timmy? Merry Christmas, Timmy.
This led Mr. D's444 to think that they are in fact one and the same. Maybe Joe wasn't doling out enough justice as a cop, so he became the Tick on the side. The Tick costume may even grant the wearer superhuman abilities, as he has super strength and never gets injured. Maybe it also has the power to heal Joe's paralysis.
Don't worry, he won't get far. Stop! Police!
Number 8. Stewie is a former dictator. Stewie is obviously very aggressive in the early seasons and dictatorial in his machinations.
Excellent. The mind control device is nearing completion.
Stewie, I said no toys at the table.
Damn you, vile woman! You've impeded my work since the day I escaped from your wretched womb.
The reason for this behavior could be that Stewie is a former dictator who's either been de-aged through magic or reincarnated as a baby.
Dear Diary, it seems the domestic overseers are plotting against me. Their plans somehow relate to the anniversary of my escape from the womb. I'm still haunted by the memories of how I came to be incarcerated in that amniotic attica.
This could explain why Stewie's so smart and ahead of his age, how he can talk, and why he has a British accent.
All right, men. The man in white is coming to put me back in the womb. Today he comes for me, but tomorrow it could be you. Or you!
Maybe he's the reincarnated spirit of Oliver Cromwell or something. It also helps explain how Stewie has calmed down throughout the seasons. As time has passed, he has forgotten his dictatorial ways and simply embraced being a child.
Yes, we! Oh my!
Hudson, time to go. I gotta go home now. I'm glad I met you, Stewie. You're neat. Bye!
Bye, Hudson!
Number 7. DeBoom is canon. Season 2's DeBoom is obviously not canon. After all, Y2K destroys the world via a nuclear holocaust, Stewie turns into a tentacled creature, and the ending reveals that it was all a dream of Dallas's Pam Ewing.
Oh, Bobby, I just had the weirdest dream. I dreamt I saw the strangest episode of Family Guy, and there was a giant chicken, and Stewie was an octopus.
Hey, come on now. It's all right. Everything's gonna be okay. What's Family Guy?
But what if it is? What if DeBoom was the official ending of the Family Guy story, and all the following episodes are just delusions concocted by the traumatized family?
Peter, we've got to find some food.
Oh my God, look!
It's Natick!
This could explain the show's declining quality and wildly different tone, as the characters are slowly losing sight of their past realities and veering further and further into imagination.
But when I saw the movie, it looked like Audrey Hepburn not only didn't have breakfast at Tiffany's, she hadn't eaten anything in a year. Woo!
It could also help explain why the characters never age. Talk about depressing. Number 6. Family Guy is a fictional show within the American Dad universe. There's a reason Family Guy is so outlandish. It's a fictional TV show. Well, yeah, but we mean it's a fictional TV show within a fictional TV show. There are a few hints scattered across the series. The obvious one is the episode Inside Family Guy, which takes the form of a behind-the-scenes featurette about the making of the show.
It's certainly not easy being a family that also happens to star in a sitcom together.
There's also the fact that Brian and Stewie travel back to the pilot and comment on its crude animation quality.
Ew, I remember this. Peter's eye did that weird creepy thing where it went over his nose.
Come on, you're worrying about nothing.
Oh, remember when you got drunk off the communion wine at church?
Ah, ew, gross. Look at that.
Not to mention, Stan specifically mentions Brian in American Dad, calling him his #1 favorite fictional dog.
3, Old Yeller. 2, Lassie. And the #1 dog on my fictitious dog list is Brian Griffin.
Do I know you?
So, is Family Guy a fictional show within the American Dad universe? All signs point to yes. 5, we see through the eyes of Stewie. It's easy to do the whole this show takes place within a character's head theory, but this one actually has some merit. The theory posits that the events of Family Guy are merely Stewie's perception of the world. Peter and Chris act goofy and childish towards Stewie, so Stewie thinks they're stupid buffoons.
Hey, Stewie, nice sunburn.
God, you horse's ass!
Lois is the strict disciplinarian, so Stewie sees her as shrewd and humorless.
Oh my God, look at Stewie! Peter, you took him out without any sunscreen?
Maybe.
You know the sun is dangerous for a baby's skin.
Meg is an older teenager and often fights with her parents, so Stewie thinks they all hate and abuse her.
My God, you're condescending! I'm making a legitimate point about how poorly this family treats me. Brian, you can't say this family doesn't treat me like crap.
And Brian doesn't actually talk. That would be ridiculous. No, his barks and whimpers are simply constructed as human speech in Stewie's mind, just like his nonsensical baby noises.
Some friends become enemies, some enemies become friends, yeah? At the end, your main character is richer for the experience, yeah? Yeah? Yeah, you got to... No, you deserve some time off.
4, Meg is Stewie's biological mother. One popular theory floating around the internet is that Meg is actually Stewie's biological mother.
I am not letting you out of my sight again.
According to the theory, Meg became pregnant at a very young age after sleeping with an ex-boyfriend, and both Lois and Brian helped cover up the pregnancy.
Welcome to Flappies. Why don't you have a seat next to my little baby whose deadbeat dad doesn't pay child support?
Ha! Why? We don't know. Maybe to spare Meg the embarrassment and shame?
Being a single mother is hard, but the real challenge is having a baby that's addicted to crack. Right, Stewie?
Or to spare Meg's boyfriend who would have been subjected to Peter's wrath? This theory is seemingly legitimized in partial terms of endearment when Lois outright states that Meg gave birth to Stewie. This kind of crude joke should have elicited a response from Meg, but she doesn't say anything about it. Could this be because Lois was actually telling the truth?
Oh, come on, Meg. It was hot enough on your body when you gave birth to Stewie.
What?
I'm just joking.
Oh, not cool.
3, Brian writes Family Guy. We all know that Brian's a writer.
This is why nobody bought my damn book. You know, this is what they want. The secret, chicken soup for the soul, the purpose-driven life. I tell you, I could crap one of those things out in a night.
So what if he writes Family Guy as an exaggerated version of his real family? This could help explain the rampant Flanderization and general wackiness. He began writing relatively down-to-earth stories, but when these didn't sell, he made them more exaggerated and outlandish to help encourage sales.
Yeah, we're walking in now. Make sure Tom Tucker knows he has 20 minutes and he is to only talk about the book. No personal questions.
It's also possible that his increased alcoholism has turned him into a sloppy writer, turning a once good story into the mess it is now.
Well, that's it. No more. I'm done writing.
What? Writing's the only thing that's giving your alcoholism any credibility.
This also explains why Brian and Stewie are often given their own episodes. He's actually lived these adventures firsthand, and has more detail to draw on and exaggerate. 2, Brian's brain. Have you ever wondered why Brian doesn't really act like a dog? According to this theory, it's because he's a human trapped inside a dog.
Excedrin headache #1. Puppy mill. Damn. Hey, does anyone here have thumbs?
Well, a human brain inside a dog's body anyway. In American Dad, Klaus is a German ski jumper whose brain was implanted into a goldfish by the CIA.
I'm recalling how the CIA kidnapped him and switched his mind with a goldfish.
If these two shows share the same universe, it's entirely possible that the exact same thing happened to Brian. This could explain how he can talk and write, why he was the only puppy from his litter to act like a person, and how he's able to have a 13-year-old human son.
Brian, this is Dylan. He's your son.
Oh, no way! Jerry! Jerry! Jerry!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Peter's Heightened Reality. Reddit user bblank0308 came up with a very compelling theory. Unfortunately, it is completely and totally depressing. Bear with us. One night, Meg and Chris both died in a drunk driving accident after coming home from a school party. Lois then took her own life out of grief.
Well, there is one thing we could do.
What? What's that?
We could go out on our own terms.
Driven to insanity, Peter created the heightened reality of Family Guy within his head.
I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor.
Meg is treated poorly because he still resents her for driving drunk and crashing the car. He also makes Stewie highly intelligent, as he likes to believe that his unborn son had great potential. And he makes Stewie hate Lois because she took his life.
You drove me here, Lois, with all the indignities I've been forced to suffer day in and day out under your matriarchal tyranny.
Finally, a combination of insanity and extreme guilt caused Peter to mentally regress into the man-child he is today.
Oh, eggs. Who came first, the chicken or the porn star? Oh, the porn identity. Who am I? Oh, yeah, the pizza man. Baka-chicka-bow-wow. Oh. Peter, can you pass the coffee?
Sure.
Which fan theory made your mind go kablooie? Let us know in the comments below.
Lois told me there was some funny business.
Yeah, what of it?
Well, it's just, I can't help but feel a little betrayed, Brian. Lois is my wife.